My thoughts are that we will move a plan forward. It may not be that plan as presented. There will be a lot of study going into that. But I think it's like having an automobile, and I used to have old automobiles that people come look at them. They're absolutely beautiful, gorgeous looking at. The last one I had was a 65 4-bear convertible. I wound up giving it to a church to sell for a charity. People come and look at it, and I can tell you this, it's beautiful, but I never took it further than 15 miles from home because inside it needed a lot of things that may break down. And I think that's one of the things we're going to have to fix in the town, whether we like it or not, is our infrastructure, our sewer and water and so on. And the plan will move forward, like I say, in whatever form it takes. And it will include the 115 corridor, which is a major, major entryway to our city. We can't do anything about North Center Street until the highway department decides what they're going to do and that kind of thing. And that also hampers us over with the problem at Walmart and so on. But as far as the plan itself, we're going to see people living upstairs in the buildings. We're going to see the infill of those buildings. We're going to see more business staying, and more business coming in because we're going to make it a good place for people to come. Restaurants, retail, and entertainment.
Plan. I think it's a great plan. I want to commend the people that worked on it. They put a lot of effort into it. I think the biggest issues we have to start somewhere. And I think we have to have the courage and the vision to move Statesville forward. We've had some people here in the past that have made comments about, Statesville hasn't changed. Some people go shopping in Mooresville, some people go shopping in Hickory. Well, I think we have to be proactive. We have to sell our assets as Statesville. The citizens of Statesville are Statesville, our businesses, our properties. The plan is a good plan. We have to figure out what to do first, how fast to do it, and how to pay for it. But we can do that. That's what's so important about having proper leadership. And if you give me the privilege of serving you, that's one thing I'll bring to the board. I think I would bring a balanced contrast. But we have to be ahead of the curve. As Mr. Bradley told me one day talking to him, when the economy changes, we can no longer be a reactive city. We have to be proactive. We have to lead the way. We have to attract people to our assets. We have plenty to sell, plenty to offer. And this plan gives us a corridor to connect downtown Statesville to the Larkin Project, South Statesville Corridor. We are an all-American city. We are a one city. We have the good and the bad, and we all are one. So we have to make the bad good or better. And we have to make everyone feel welcome and be a part of this city. We have to draw people in to work together. And I think that is what's important. We have a plan. We have assets that we can sell to people. And we have to have the courage to move forward. Yes, we have to be cautious in how we do it. I think over a little more time frame and with proper planning, we can pay for it without a major impact that's negative to our taxes. Thank you.
I have seen the plan for the I-15 corridor, and I've also got a book that's about 3 inches thick that I haven't digested yet. I am all for this program. Now, sort of like Cecil said, not everything is going to be done. We're going to have to work this out, and we're going to do that. And I could see Statesville moving ahead as far as the Shelton Avenue end of it. I think we're going to have more police presence, get rid of drugs, that type of thing. I don't think people are going to go into that area until we do straighten that out, and gangs and that sort of thing. As far as downtown, the infrastructure down there has to be ancient, and that's going to have to be worked on. And also, in order to get sprinkler systems in those old buildings, we're going to have some bigger pipes in there. Okay. So I think that these people that have got this together, I think it started with Appalachian State University. I believe that's what it was. And they came down and did a study, and that got started. And we've been thinking about this thing for a couple of years now. Thank you.
Yes, I have read the plan, and for the intent of the plan, it's a long-range plan given strategic guidance. I think it's a really good plan. Of many planning proposals that I've looked at, I really like it. It provides a lot of good guidance and a lot of good detail for people now to act upon. I really like the gateway aspect of it, and I like the multi-use and flexible use of the regulatory for zoning. Now comes the hard part, and that is looking into the details. The risk management aspects. How do you do private and public sharing of costs down the way? The flexibility within the plan. What can you do, what can't you do that can impact the other parts of the plan? Return on investment and revenue streams to see if this can pay for itself. And again, that goes back to the public and private sharing venture. Total ownership costs. What does it do to recurring costs? I didn't see much of that. It talked more about the upfront construction and investment costs, but there wasn't much about total ownership costs for recurring maintenance, recurring fire and police. How does it fit into an overall integrated plan within Statesville? Again, how do we play that off of Fort Dobbs, Mitchell College? Again, all these assets which together can form and really help the city out. And finally, what infrastructure needs to be done anyway outside of the plan so that, again, we can charge private business for that marginal cost when we look at the private public sector sharing of the risk down the way. Thank you.
I have read the plan cover to cover, one of those sleepless nights, and I found a concise plan, one that has vision, one that once we start implementing that plan then becomes the focal point of just one section of the town. And you take that city and you now start using that as a blueprint and go from one corner to the other, the next being out West Front Street, improve that gateway into the city. And each one of these gateways is going to connect more residents, more people, more industry, and more businesses downtown. It's going to attract that economic growth. If you have a plan like this, you start implementing it, industry, businesses, they're going to see that we're serious about doing something and we're serious about bringing people here. The gateway down 115, that's necessary because we need to have that going when Larkin gets built. We can't decide after Larkin gets built in that 1.5 million square feet of retail space and commercial space out there that we decide to get into the ballgame. We got to get into it now before they get started. And if we have our plan and we're there with our plan, then business is going to say, okay, I now have a choice. I can come downtown or I can go out to Larkin. And that's going to be a good choice because then that's going to bring more diversity here and more businesses. The dollars, it's going to be expensive. Is it going to increase tax dollars? Maybe. But for every dollar that we spend in that, it's going to be money coming back. It's not going to be dollars spent for a facility or infrastructure that returns no tax dollars. That's going to bring tax dollars, it's going to bring people, and it's going to bring business.